With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go!
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lawrence will throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. This thrown quickly out to Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
2nd and 13. This one complete to Scott Miller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Lawrence. He's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Lawrence. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
This is caught by Evans. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Let's go. Looking to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Joe Tryon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
This is taken at the 15. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Look at me. Go. Let's go.
They'll try and pick it up, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
At the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions. and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Hey, box truck.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Buccaneers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone, probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll drop to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one draw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Lawrence. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays. Make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Lawrence going to throw again. And now here is another interception. He's at the 30. 10. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Being chased out left. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
Again, it's Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A gain of 15. And the Buccaneers.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3.